Right, Ben, thanks very much for your time. Obviously, we're here at the signing session that you've just done. First of all, how did you find that?
Yeah, it was good. It's always nice seeing a lot of fans come out and want your signature and want to meet you and stuff like that. So it's always good to do stuff like this.
Obviously, you've been here for a few months now. What have you made of the fan base overall?
It's been really good. I think you can see it on a Saturday or in midweek when we've got a home game, and it's sell out every week, isn't it? And I think that's when I was trying to decide where I want to go and stuff. I think that was one of the main things, which was good. So I think it really helps as well in the games, and you can see it this season when we've played sometimes better from at home as well, which is thing. But it's really crucial for this season, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's off camera, but you're still in a boot down there. So you are still injured. How long do you expect to be sort of away from playing for?
I think we're now aiming for pre-season,
Yeah.
which should be good. I think we knew pretty much straight away that I'd miss the rest of the season because at the time there was only a couple of months left. So,
Yeah.
but I think we're aiming for pre-season. Hopefully, I can be back with everyone for then. And for me, it's important to be back better than I was before and in a better place than now.
I think a lot of players when they're injured talk about sort of how difficult it is being away from the rest of the team and things like that. How has that been for you, and what's your schedule been like in terms of when you're in and compared to the other lads and stuff like that?
Yeah, do you know what? I think when people talk about injuries, sometimes they say it gets tough at times because you're away from all the lads and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the support network I have is really good, and I have a lot of people supporting me anyway as well. And I think the players will still come in and speak and stuff. And I've got the physios are great with that as well, and they make sure it's an enjoyable time, even though it doesn't feel like it at times. And there's also been unfortunate this season that there's quite a few lads injured, and we've been really unlucky in that. So I think all of us are kind of in the same place, in a similar place where we can all push together to try and get back to being in the team, and hopefully we can get a injury-free squad at some point.
Did it feel like in a way it was almost the worst time to get injured? Obviously, since you did, I think Lucian's got injured, or maybe that was before, and Callum's got injured as well. So for you, in terms of the opportunities you would have got, it must be quite frustrating.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I think it's tough because when you're in and out of the team for the season, you kind of want to take that place, and when you get the opportunity, you want to keep it as well. So I think when I got the opportunity to start again and then got the injury, it was tough. But I think all of us, me, Lush and Cal, we all have a good relationship anyway, and I think whoever we want the team to win. So I think whoever's there, we want is important. But at the moment, there's no one there, so it's a problem. But I think all of us will come back soon enough, and it'll be fighting for that place.
Yeah, you mentioned being back for pre-season. I mean, how important is it for you to be there when sort of the preparations for next season kick off and you get that full pre-season to go into it?
Yeah, it's so important. I think pre-season's the time where everything just clicks together, and I think with new players coming in and players coming out, I think it's an important time for the team to kind of gel together before the season starts as well, which is something that I think if next season we can hit the ground running, it will be and have a good start to the season, it will kind of set us up for the whole season.
If we broaden things out to sort of since you arrived at Norwich, how would you assess your time at the club so far?
It's been enjoyable. It's been up and down as well, and I think down to playing, I've been in and out of team, but I think overall I've loved it as well because I love living here in the city as well, and I think the fans have been great with me, which is good, and I think it can only get better from here. So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned the fact that it's maybe been sort of a bit up and down, maybe not only for you but for the team as well. So how's that been as a player in that team when you can see the heights that the team can hit, but then there's also been some quite significant lows? What do you put that inconsistency down to?
It's tough to put it down to one thing. I think the one word everyone uses is just frustration. Really, we've had the season. I think the fans will feel that as well. Yeah. Where it's just been frustrating because you can see that some of the games we've had where we'll dominate a game and win 4 or 5-0, and I think everyone just wants to replicate that every week, don't they? But I think it's obviously easier said than done, I think. But if we get, like I said, into the team just gels and everything gels, we can kind of show that and show that consistency.
Yeah, I know when you arrived, you would have been told about sort of the fact that it's a long-term project and everyone will be focused on that. So in a way, is that sort of something that needs to happen at times, almost the growing pains and a bit of patience?
Oh, 100%. I think it won't just click 100% straight away at the start, won't it? I think you need time to kind of work everything out and go through the lows to get the highs. And I think everyone probably needs to be, including myself, just be patient with the process and trust the process really, because I think that's the main thing, and hopefully over time it will show.
Obviously, you're a pretty young player, and you arrived alongside quite a few of them as well. Is that quite nice for you on a footballing and a personal level that you come in and there are a lot of players sort of around your age as well?
Yeah, it's always nice. I think it helps you settle in as well straight away when you come and you've got people your age to kind of hang out with outside of football as well. And I think we've got a good young basis, young squad where we all get along as well, which is a good thing. And I think with that as well, you need the experienced players to kind of help you out as well. So I think that's the thing we've had this season, where they've helped us out as well, because a lot of us haven't got as much experience as them. So I think you need a good mix in the team, but yeah, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I suppose it also helps when, in a footballing sense, when you've got a head coach and you're in a system that wants to play young players.
Yeah, it's really good. I think players that come in, and I think the manager and everyone speaks to you before you come and kind of lets you know that we have got a young team, but he's not afraid to play young players as well, and he trusts everyone. I think that's the main thing. I think when you've got the trust from the manager to play, and he's shown it so many times this season with the average age it's been dropping throughout the season as well, which has been good in ways as well, because it shows how much he trusts everyone, which is what you need in the team.
Yeah, I'm sure there are areas you want to improve on as well. I mean, what are some of those?
There's a few things. I think the main thing for me is just the men's football, because I've only had 2-3 years of it, and I think as soon as I get the men's game and know the men's game, then I can become a consistent player. And I think then everything else, like the details of as a left back getting up and forward and crossing and stuff and defending, they all come with it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of an interesting role you have in the team, because Johannes on the other side has tended to use sort of an inverted fullback, but you're more of a sort of athletic type who wants to get sort of up the line. Do you think it's good to have that variety so that you can play that role, whereas maybe somebody like Kellen on the other side or Callum on your side might want to do something quite different?
100%. I think all of us as well. I think he's kind of implemented it for all of us to try and be as versatile as we can, just so our game plan can change and we can use our strengths against opposition. I think we all complement each other as well. So if we've got one person on one side bombing forward and then someone else inverting, I think it's all good. But I think at the point we need to make sure we all manage to do it all, and then it can go from there.
Yeah, you mentioned sort of a bit of a battle that's happened at left back over the season between you and Lucian and Callum. Obviously, a few options there. But do you feel like that actually helps you all get better if you've got that competition?
100%. I think anyone in our position would tell you that as well. I think you need someone else there pushing you, and I think it's a healthy relationship we've all got as well, because we all kind of drive each other, and we're disappointed that we don't start, but we kind of just, obviously, like I said before, we want the best for the team, so we kind of just we understand that that's what's best for the team, so we kind of just help each other as well in that way, which is good.
I think when Callum went into centre back and you got a few games again at left back, and then Lucian comes in, obviously I don't think he was on the radar of many people. So was that difficult for you at all, that somebody who maybe you didn't even know of when you came to the club was taking that position and you were back on the bench? Yeah,
it's always going to be frustrating for someone when you're starting and then someone else comes in and just takes your place. But I think at the same time I was happy for Lucian as well at the time, because I think he trained with us quite a bit before, and he was waiting for that first opportunity to go, and to be fair to him, he took the opportunity, which it's all credit to him, isn't it? And now we've got like I said before, we've got a really good relationship where we're kind of helping each other, and I think for next season as well, it's important that we drive each other, and that's what's best for the team.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it's sort of quite early in your career, but compared to him, you've probably played quite a few senior games. So is that something where you feel you can sort of help him along and give him a couple of tips as well?
Yeah, 100%. I think he'll give me tips as well when I give him tips, so it's good. But yeah, when he was first coming into the team, I put my arm around him and kind of helped him out as well, because I think that's what you need. I remember when I was first coming into a first team and a men's side, and I had someone put their arm around me, and it kind of helps you, and it helps you progress as a player as well. And I think the quicker he settles into the men's game and progresses, he'll be an unbelievable player. And yeah.
Who were some of those players when you were younger who sort of put their arms around you and helped you out?
So I had Luca Digne, who's at Villa now, playing in the Champions League. He played with, I think when I was breaking through at Villa, I was in the first team at Villa, he kind of put his arm around me, which really helped me and do it. And then when I went on loan, there's a few experienced players. I went up to Scotland, and I was at Blackburn last season, so that I've had lots of experienced players help me with that, which is good.
Yeah, and just finally, obviously we've spoken a lot about that sort of battle for the left back position. For you, is it almost just sort of bring it on next season?
Yeah, 100% right. I have to say, yeah.
Fair enough.